when I was flattening my board the other day, and my jig board, I heard a little beep, or little bitty, like it hit metal. And sure enough, I got a little bitty screw right over here on this side of this thing that is causing me some grief. And it may be just a piece of brass. Kind of looks like a piece of brass, but anyway, I'm going to slice it with a Dremel and put a screwdriver slice in there and then back that out of there and see if that's it. But it didn't hurt my cutter, so apparently it is brass. That's why I probably left it in there. But anyway, stuff like this bugs me, so I'm going to hit it with a Dremel and then back it out of there with a screwdriver. Okay, I put a little bitty slot in there with that little guy there. It's just a little bitty screwdriver slot, so I can get a screwdriver. If you guys don't have one of these little Kline tools, Lowe's sells them. They're in the electrical department. They have, it's a pretty nice little set. I use it when I'm working on my laser. And so it's got all your different bits in there, plus a little screwdriver. So I'm going to pull that out here and put it to work. Alright. A little slot in the top of that. This thing works for bolts, screws. I've got screw extractors, but bolt extractors, but you just can't beat this setup where you just drill a little slot in it. You don't have to destroy anything on your board. Just cut a little slot in it. I've used it for planer blades. I've used it for joiner blades. I've used it for steel bolts, stainless steel bolts, aluminum bolts. You just put a little slot in there. Put your regular screwdriver in there, and she'll just back right out, just slickering a button. So anyway, so yeah, it's a piece of brass. No wonder it didn't hurt my deal there. And there's my slot, and there's my tool. And again, this thing here is sweet. I just put my laser bit in there for getting into the laser. It's 2.5, I think, or 2.0. And anyway, that's a Kline tool. Works good. Nice premium tool. And keeping it handy. So there we go. While I was fixing the CNC machine, I was reminded how it's important to have back access to the back of your shark. And, just having the ability to get in all the way around it and to access it. And so there's the back end of that shark. I did end up putting some new drawers underneath the tool, and come around this way here. Yeah, reselling one of my backpack tents. Yeah, it's my favorite one. It's an MSR Hubba, I think. I may be a Hubba, I don't know. Anyway, so I put all my tools, or all my little cams up there. Put some of my other little tools in there, and then left my other, laser and stuff like that up there, and that one in that little tool. And that's my grease set up there. This little room up there for the top with my pin nails and that kind of thing. So anyhow, Lowe's is starting to carry these end mills, $20. So they're not too bad. They're just this is a downcut spiral 2-flute, and it's $21. So about the same price as the others. So anyway, picked that up, and also picked up a big old router bit. That's 1/2 inch. They're regularly $30 some odd, and it was down to $19. So I had to pick one of them up too the other day. So anyway, here we go. I'm waiting on some waterproofer. I only got about half of this one done. I still need to go back over it. This tent is getting to be fairly old, but you put a seam sealer on it and shoot, it's good to go again. I like it because it's easy to go, put up. So where some boys on a back cave camp out, they threw a rock and punctured a hole in my fly, which was kind of frustrating, but boys are boys. Anyway, that's the old hub. I'm getting it ready to repair that. Save these pieces here for some dowels. I'm going to make some dowels up for future projects. I've been storing up some square stock to do that, and generally doing pretty good. Been working on some derby stuff. Tried using the Kiri engine to take some 3D views of this, and it does a good job of giving me a 3D render, but the problem is getting it from that point to I don't know what you call it, usable format. And it just, I don't know, after 10, 12 tries, going around it, taking pictures of it, high and low, it just never did get a good model out of it that I liked, and that kind of thing. So I'm getting ready to, today is to burn some, or CNC some blocks into that stuff, and get that done. So I'll put some side deals on there, and then I'll burn one, cut one out at the top, and put that in the CNC and see how that all comes out. So looking good. And this thing here, it has its purse. It's a gimbal. When it comes on, it's pretty good. I did have to 3D print this guy here to fit my camera so that the jaws in here wouldn't push all the buttons. So, you always got to kind of tweak things a little bit and that stuff. So, anyway, there we go.